In today's video, we're going to be talking about every single fragrance that I've worn over the past week. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Hi, my name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So yes, I'm in my car, okay? Your girl has been busy, but I wanted to get this video filmed, so here we are from the car. If you've never seen one of these videos from me, they are very chill, and so I have no problem coming to you from the car, no makeup. Y'all know how we do. Anyway, these videos, I share with you every single fragrance I've worn over the past week. I do them vlog style, meaning that every day when I spray on a fragrance, I will let you guys know what it is, why I chose it for that particular occasion, and a little bit about the fragrance. At the end of the video, I come back and give you guys my 3 standout fragrances for the week, and those could be standouts for good reasons or bad reasons. Now, typically, I post these videos on Sunday, and I film them starting like from the previous Sunday through Saturday night, right? However, this one, there's going to be a little bit of a delay, so you're still going to see this video on a Sunday, it's still posting on a Sunday, but I started my week on the previous Friday. So I went from Friday to Thursday, and I just did that because of all the things that I needed to do. It was just more convenient for me to do it that way. Typically, I will still do it, Sunday to Saturday, but sometimes I like to switch it up, just depending on what's going on in my life. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this week's fragrances. Hey y'all, happy Friday. So today I am wearing Mirabelle by Vicanto. This is a vanilla scent that leans gourmand, but it has this like a chocolatey undertone to it and a minty undertone to it. So it's actually very interesting. It does kind of remind me of Junior Mints. But in like a very like high class, interesting way. It also kind of has like this greenness to it as well. Love this fragrance. Anyway, I decided to go for this today because I woke up and I felt like I was kind of in this like anxious, nervous type of mood. And this fragrance, I guess the mintiness in here always makes me feel calm or focused. Like, I don't know, it comforts me in that type of way. Like when I want more focus, I feel like this helps. So yeah, that's why I decided to go for this for today. It's Friday night, but I am in the house for the night. I'm really tired, so I just wanted to wear something clean. So tonight I'm wearing Dolce & Gabbana Parfum. This is almost gone, so I figured why not wear this. It's like a raspberry shampoo type of scent. So technically I think it has raspberry and marshmallow, and you can get the like fluffiness of the marshmallow, but this is more so like a clean shampoo-y type of scent to me. I do really like this. As you can see, I've basically used up the whole bottle. But yeah, I just decided to go for this tonight because I just wanted to smell clean, wanted something easy. Hey y'all, today is Saturday. I'm getting ready to go out and do some shopping with my family, and it's a beautiful sunny day. Temperature is perfect today, so I decided to go for Almaz from Kajal. This was on my fragrance tray. This is a fruity scent that I feel like I need to get to know more, but to me, it gives off fruitiness. It gives off a little bit of woodiness in the background and a slight kind of Middle Eastern touch. But again, I feel like I really don't know this fragrance, so that's why I decided to go for it today. Hey y'all, Saturday night, I'm getting ready to take my shower. And after I shower, I'll be starting out by applying this cherry almond body butter from the Tipsy Goat Soap Company. This smells like cherry and almond. It is quite potent smelling. Smells really good. So I'm starting out by applying this. And then the fragrance I'll be wearing tonight is Tom Ford Lost Cherry, an oldie but a goodie, one that I still love in my collection. And this is a boozy dark cherry with some almond in it. I feel like everybody smelled it at this point, so we can stop description. But I haven't worn this in a little bit. I mean, it hasn't been super long. It's probably been maybe like a month or two. It hasn't been like a year. But anyway, I feel like I've been kind of trying some other cherry fragrances recently. And so tonight, as I was getting ready to pull out my stuff from my shower, I was looking and I was just like, I don't know what I want to wear. And Lost Cherry is just an easy go-to for me. And I haven't worn it in a while. So I think that's why it's been on my mind, is because I played with some other cherry fragrances recently. And this is just always, like, to me, it is the one that started the cherry craze. So anyway, This is what I'm wearing for tonight. All right, y'all. So it's Sunday. I'm getting ready to go to church, and today I'm wearing Cor Mandel from Chanel. This is a more serious fragrance, I feel like, and that's kind of why I chose it. I felt like wearing something kind of serious today. But to me, this is a patchouli scent, but it also has the sweetness to it from a white chocolate note that really doesn't smell like white chocolate per se. Like, it doesn't smell super gourmand, but you can definitely pick it up. And then there's this kind of almost like an animalic muskiness to it, but not a super animalic one, just like skin leaning scent muskiness to this. And of course the Chanel aldehydes, but I don't find them to be overpowering in this fragrance. This fragrance for me is always very hard to explain, but it's one that I love. It's unique. It smells really good and sophisticated without smelling old-fashioned, in my opinion, even though it is one of their older fragrances. Also, I forgot to mention this is spicy. And that's probably one of the main components of this fragrance that I really like. So yeah, decided to go for this today just because I wanted something that smelled really good and that was kind of more on the serious side. That's just the vibe I was feeling right now. Sunday night, and tonight I started out by applying the last little bit of this coffee and whiskey body cream from Bath & Body Works. I love this. It smells like coffee and whiskey. Unfortunately, I think they discontinued it. I need to check to see if they brought it back, but I used up my last little bit of this. And then fragrance for tonight is Bourbon Brulee from Letta. This is it's a boozy scent, but it's not like extremely boozy. I feel like it's such an easygoing boozy scent. It has some vanilla in there as well. It has this kind of like caramel tone to it and even like a slight bit of nuttiness to it. Not a ton though. Overall, it's a very easygoing, gourmand leaning, boozy scent without being too heavy. It's a really pretty scent. I didn't know what I wanted to wear tonight. I was looking around my collection. This just caught my eye. So this is what I'm wearing for tonight. Today is Monday and I started out by applying this Gourmand Deluxe body oil from Blanc & Noir. This is similar to Escapade Gourmand, so it's a sweet vanilla that kind of has these caramel undertones to it. And then my fragrance for today is Happy Dust by Narcotica. This is a newer fragrance to me. I had a decan of this, so I have worn it before, but it's a vanilla fragrance that is kind of airy. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. It's kind of just like a light, airy vanilla. I'm wearing this today out of my bottle for the first time, but like I said, I did have a decan of it before, so I am somewhat familiar with it, but it's been at least 6 months since I last tried it. So I decided to go for this today because I wanted something that would be appropriate for me to wear to Pilates later, but I also wanted something that was kind of giving cozy vibes. So I felt like this would be a good option. It's Monday night, and tonight I started out by applying this strawberry milk body lotion, but inside of it, I mixed in this marshmallow perfume oil just to give it more of a marshmallow scent. And then my fragrance for tonight is Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow. This is what smells like to me like a strawberry marshmallow kind of milkshake, but it definitely has this brightness to it as well that gives it a light and airy feel. And the reason I decided to go for this tonight is because I told my husband to pick a fragrance for me. And usually whenever I do this, I just tell him, pick whatever. Like, you don't need to go smell all the fragrances because that's overwhelming. So just pick a bottle. And so he said, okay. So he went in there and he ended up picking this. And so I asked him why he picked it. And he said, well, it was in front of me. He was like, also, he was going to reach up and get an Almond Wash fragrance, but he feels like he always picks it for me when I tell him to. So anyway, so he saw this right in front of him and he thought the bottle looked familiar from maybe one of my videos or something he saw. And so then he smelled a few of the Kayalis and this is the one that he ended up picking. So he did smell some, even though he didn't have to. But yeah, that's how I ended up going with this for my scent of the night. Hey y'all, it's Tuesday. I'm in a bit of a rush today, so I gotta be quick, but my fragrance that I'm wearing right now is Juliet Has a Gun Moscow Mule. This is a clean, kind of citrusy, like lemon lime, slightly, it kind of smells like there could be like gin or something in there, like that kind of booziness to it, but not really. It also is overlaying like this molecular type of scent. So like, if you smell any of the Juliet Has a Gun fragrances, they all have that same kind of DNA. This is no different. It is overlaid over this woodiness and it gives it this airiness. Anyway, decided to wear this today because I didn't know what to wear and I'm going to be active today. So I decided to just spray this on because I knew it would go anything. It was on my fragrance tray for this month. Tuesday night, and tonight I started out by applying the smoked tobacco body oil from Blanc Noir. Yeah, this smells like a sweet, like tobacco vanilla scent, but it is more like spicy than sweet. So yeah, I applied this first. And my fragrance for tonight is Speakeasy by Harlem Perfume Company. This is a fragrance that I don't wear that often, but I do really enjoy the way it smells. I do have the candle of this as well. And to me, this is like a boozy tobacco scent. I believe it also has cardamom in here. It has some like brighter spices in here as well, and possibly something like resinous in here. It is a really nice scent. It's not overly boozy in my opinion. It's not really that sweet, not super sweet anyway. So definitely unisex. But like I said, I don't wear it very much. So for some reason, this brand kind of just popped into my head. So I knew I wanted to wear something from them tonight. No particular reason why, I just did. And so I felt like this would be the easiest going out of the ones that I have to wear for bedtime, because it's not like I'm about to be doing nothing. I'm not going to sleep right now, but it's not like I'm going out or anything. Whereas some of the other ones I feel are a bit stronger and may not be appropriate for me to be like going to sleep in 2 hours, you know. So anyway, this is what I'm wearing for tonight. Today is Wednesday, and I started out by applying this body butter from Kiehl's. This is the soy milk and honey. It smells like honey and almond. Love this stuff. And the fragrance I'm wearing today is Amouage Journey Woman. I've had this fragrance for a really long time, and I really hardly ever wear it. And to me, what I've always thought it smelled like was like decaying flowers, but in a good way. So like dark red, like roses, but like starting to decay, and they get that kind of sweetness to them. That's what this fragrance always reminded me of. However, I never really knew if I loved it, honestly, but it's one of those ones that I never really want to get rid of either. So anyway, I decided to wear this today because the last couple of weeks I've heard the Santa Maria talk about this fragrance, and it brought it back to my mind. And the way she described it sounded so much different than what I remembered it smelling like. So I really wanted to give it a try. I think the things that caught my eye or caught my ear when she was describing it was saying that it smelled like osmanthus and apricot and resinous. And y'all know I like fragrances that are in that category. So I decided to go ahead and give this a try and see, you know, what I think about it now. So I don't have any thoughts for you yet, but that is the reason I decided to wear this fragrance for today. Hey all, it's Wednesday night, and tonight I'm wearing the Omniscient Mr. Thompson by Penhaligon's. I love this bottle. However, I don't wear the fragrance very much, but to my nose, it is an iris fragrance that leans slightly lipsticky, but not too far in that direction. It's more of that kind of dark, almost like a leathery texture iris. And then it also has these spices in here. It has a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of nuttiness to it, but not a ton of sweetness. It's a beautiful scent. And like I said, I don't wear it very much, but the only reason I kind of just decided to wear it today is because I was sitting at my collection trying to figure out what I was going to wear, and this is in my face, and I was just like, this will do. It's been a long day, y'all. So anyway, this is what I'm wearing for tonight. Hey y'all, it's Thursday, getting ready to go out for the day, and today I'm wearing Amouage Lineage. This is one of those fragrances that's very hard for me to explain, but basically what I get is like a citrusy aquatic type scent that has a little bit of saltiness to it. It also has a bit of incense to it. Very interesting, one that I happen to love. And I decided to wear this today because I featured it not too long ago in a spring fragrances video that I was excited to wear. And I haven't worn it since then, but I've been thinking about it. So I felt like today will be a good day because I need to go out and run some errands. And this is not really the type of fragrance I like to wear around the house. This to me smells better in the elements, like outdoors. So yeah, I figured this would be a great day for me to give this a wear. So this is what I'm wearing for today. So those were the fragrances for this week. I feel like I had a very eclectic fragrance week. Like I had kind of a lot of different kind of fragrances going on, some new stuff, some old stuff, but it was a good fragrance week overall. I do have 3 standout fragrances, and the first one is going to be this one from Amouage. This is Journey Woman. So this is the one that I have had for years. When I say years, I'm probably talking maybe probably like 4 or 5 years, honestly. This was one of the first Amouage fragrances that I got. Not the very first one, but it's one that I really don't wear. And I decided to wear it this week thanks to the Santa Maria here on YouTube. Shout out to you, because I really enjoyed wearing this fragrance. And this is one that was kind of on the unofficial chopping block for me. So I'm glad that I gave it a try because I really enjoyed wearing it. Y'all know I said, or if you remember, I said that I usually describe this fragrance as smelling like decaying flowers. And I still get some of that. But I don't know, maybe because I wore it when it was warmer, I think it just performed differently. Previous to this, I would only wear this in the cold. This kind of smells like a cold weather scent to me. And I feel like in the cold, I was getting more of those decaying flowers. However, when I wore it recently and it was warm, I got more of those like fruity osmanthus nuances. So I think apricot is a note in here, and I definitely was able to get some of that. I was able to get some of that kind of rich osmanthus smell. And I also was able to get some of the honey. And I feel like before I was really just getting like decaying flowers and that was it. So this was an interesting scent to wear. Still obviously not my favorite Amouage, but I have learned to appreciate it this week. So I can definitely see myself wearing this some more, even into the hot weather, because right now I think when I wore this, it was probably around 80 degrees, 75, 80 degrees. And we will get hotter, but honestly, this didn't feel heavy at all. And I'm surprised because when I smell this, it smells like a heavy fragrance. But when I wore it, I didn't go crazy with my sprays, but I could definitely smell it on myself and it did not feel too heavy for the weather we were having. So again, that is Journey Woman from Amouage. The second standout is Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow. Now this one is a standout because I got a compliment on it, and I don't even know if it counts because this is the one that my husband ended up picking out for me to wear. This just my little experiment that I like to do with him and have him pick my fragrance sometimes. And so he smelled it before he picked it out for me to wear it, and so I feel like the compliment from him, I don't know if it counts that much, but we're gonna count it, okay? Because of course I wore it that night and he was like, "Ooh, you do smell good." See? So he liked it on me. I feel like this is a scent that is so easygoing, but it's pleasant. It's not too childish. Even though it's sweet berry and marshmallow combination, I don't feel like it's childish. And I mean, I guess maybe the men would love it. I don't know. The only compliment I've gotten on this is from my husband. That's the only man that's complimented me on it. So I don't know if it's all men, but he really enjoyed it. And I think because it just smells really feminine, you know, even though he likes unisex scents on me too, but this does smell very feminine and it's an easy reach for me and I like to wear it a bit. So again, that is Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow. And then oh, you know what I forgot? Journey Woman. This was a standout because of me, right? But I forgot I actually got a compliment on this from one of our team members, one of our employees at my business. So I forgot to mention that. She said, "Ooh, you smell good." Now she knows I'm into fragrance, but I wasn't even that close to her and she complimented my fragrance. So hopefully she just wasn't trying to suck up, but either way. Either way, it's a standout, y'all. Okay, now on to the third standout, which is Mirabelle by V Canto or Quinta Canto. This is the one that is a vanilla scent that kind of has these chocolatey nuances to it, but it also has this minty vibe to it. And I wore it on a day where I was feeling kind of like unfocused, kind of all over the place, some anxious type energy. And I feel like this helped. This is, to me, a somewhat calming fragrance. It is kind of like aromatherapy to me, and I loved wearing it. And yeah, I felt like it should be a standout because I really enjoyed wearing it, and I did feel like it helped me focus, even though that's probably, you know, just placebo effect. But, you know, I'm gonna roll with it. It made me feel better just probably because I really enjoy the fragrance. So it did what it was supposed to do. It helped lift my mood amongst other things. And so it had to be a standout. So again, that's Mirabelle from Quinta Canto. All right, so those are my fragrances for the week. Let me know if you've tried any of these fragrances. What do you think about them? Were there any in this video that you had never heard of? Let's talk about it in the comments. And also in the comment section, let us know what is your one fragrance that stood out to you over the past week, whether that's standing out for a good reason or standing out for a bad reason. Before you go, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and that you have your notification bell on so you don't miss a video from me. Also, all the information you would need will be in my description box. So that'll be links to all the products that I mentioned, including body care, and also links to everywhere else you can find me. So my website, which is www.simplyayesha.com, and my Instagram and TikTok. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.